Imagine! You walk into a room with your closest friend and hear it. Not the voice from their mouth, the one behind their eyes. A thought never meant for air. In the first minute, with this power, something breaks and cannot be unbroken. The world looks the same, but it doesn't sound the same. Every person carries a private station, always broadcasting. Surface thoughts arrive first impressions, urges, half sentences, deeper feelings move slower, tangled with memory. You don't get perfect transcripts, you get flashes, static, heat. At the start, it's always on. A train becomes a storm. An office? A hive. Family dinner. A chorus of love, worry, envy, tiny grievances, and hope that you take the last piece of bread so no one else has to decide. Emotions are louder than words. Fear blares. Desire hums. Guilt thuds like a drum in your ribs. Rules emerge. Range matters. Across the room is blur, arm's length is sharp, eye contact turns the volume up. Calm minds are quieter. Racing minds flood the channel. What you hear is not a person's essence. It is their first draft. Judge too quickly and you'll mistake weather for climate. Then the personal impact. A friend smiling while thinking, I should have told you. A partner loving you and wondering about a different life. A parent hiding fear of becoming a burden. A colleague kind to you, vicious to themselves. You start to see how much pain people carry quietly. It gets harder to take offense. It gets harder to trust, too, because now you know how much honesty is performance and how much is impulse. Power sneaks in. Negotiations tilt. You sense when to pause, when to press. Games stop being games. Tests turn easy. Days get strange. You know the line that will end? You hear doubts before they become words. You become impressive, magnetic, lucky, and lonelier. You didn't earn the moment. You intercepted it. The rumor spreads. New etiquette appears. People learn tricks. Count backward. Hum a song until it fills the mind. Repeat a mantra. Think in images, not sentences. Workplaces post reminders to respect mind privacy. Schools teach focus drills. Therapists teach boundary rituals. Picture a door and choose whether to open it. Laws scramble. Can a thought be evidence? If you overhear without consent, is it theft? Courts say a thought is not a deed. Consent becomes a sacred word. Not everyone adapts. Some get addicted to certainty. Why ask when you can know? They chase the spike that comes with eye contact and use truth like a hammer. Others withdraw. Earplugs don't help. They stop going out. Some fight back. They train attention until the inner monologue becomes a quiet lake. Thoughts land and sink without ripples. Coaches teach cognitive firewalls. Communities set rules. No peeking, even if you can. If you slip, you say, so when? The other person may walk away. Justice strains. Imagine a witness who can report what a suspect thought while signing a paper and how unreliable that is. People think terrible things they never do. People think kind things they never say. A flash is not a plan. Courts bar mind reading without consent. Investigations shift to patterns of action, not noise in the head. Politics mutates. Speeches are performances for two audiences. The crowd and the few near the stage who can hear the subtext. Charisma bends under the weight of honesty. Voters start to value leaders whose thoughts and words rhyme not perfectly, but enough to trust the direction of the person, not just the sentence. Power tilts toward those who can hold a steady mind without becoming empty. Commerce scrambles. Markets run on information. You now have the earliest signal. The human impulse before the trade. It's illegal to use, easy to abuse, corrosive to the soul. You try it once. It works. It doesn't feel like winning. It feels like skipping the part of life that makes winning matter. Then the darkest corridor. Your own mind. You cannot not hear yourself. Every stray doubt is loud. Every ugly thought you wish you didn't have shows up in neon. Memory replays old scenes, and you suddenly hear what you were thinking back then. You judge the younger you with a power you never had. Sleep becomes a place you beg for in fear. Dreams sound like crowds. So you learn restraint. You practice soft focus, like the focusing your eyes to see the whole painting, not the brushstrokes. You ask permission. You say, I hear more than I want. Is it all right? If I look away, answer slowly, and not use what isn't offered. You discover love doesn't require full access. It requires chosen access. Romance isn't reading a heart like a file. It's being trusted with what is shared. A culture grows. Promise quiet corners and eyes on books. Parks post a simple sign. Minds to ourselves. Rituals for apology when you hear what wasn't meant for you. New jobs emerge, mediators for mind boundaries. Teachers of attention craft. Designers of spaces that invite calm instead of glare. And the question at the center, is raw truth what we want? Humans soften. Time revise. We put compassion between the raw thing and the person we care about. Maybe the first thought isn't the most honest, it's the most primitive. Maybe the chosen thought is the truth we want to live by. Imagine your next conversation. If the other person could hear your first draft of every feeling, would they still see your only your weather? And if you could hear theirs, would you judge them? Or, finally, forgive them? Tell me in the comments. Would you keep this power, learn to dim it, or give it back for the sweet relief of mystery? And what impossible scenarios should we explore next on X Imagine?